Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming up today. My old subscribers, thank you. And to those that are viewing for the first time or that have not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. And to my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. Please do not forget to hit on the like button. Friends, this calls for sadness and at the same time celebration. The elderly man you can see there has been confirmed to be the oldest man, and he just passed away. His name is Natabe, and he is from Eritrea in Africa. He died in his remote village that's at Azefa, exactly where he lives. But today it's sad to see that this old man, that's the oldest, has now gone at a very great age of 127. But his family don't want his death to go unrecognized. Right now, his family is requesting that Guinness World Records to officially recognize their grandfather, who appears to be the oldest man to ever live. And Guinness World Record have also been contacted by Mr. Nabata's grandson, that's Zeri, who showed official documents indicating that he has already contacted Guinness World Records office. The records from the church shows his birth certificate and the date of his baptism, which took place in 1894. Also, his family actually believe that he was the oldest man, and this is due to the fact that he was baptized 10 years after his birth. Also, when the priests came to the remote village to carry out this particular baptism, it gave him an extraordinary blessing. Zere, his grandson, spoke with BBC today that Guinness World Records are validating the information as they speak so as to get his father's recognition from Guinness World Record directly. And he was trying to let people know what must have led to his grandfather living as long as 127 years old. He cited that his grandfather was patient, he was a generous man, and he was always happy, and that this can count as the secret behind his grandfather living a long life. Zere added that his grandfather was an extraordinary man who was not only caring, but at the same time, he was a hardworking man, making his bones, muscles, and everything active, which kept him to stay much longer, and that he barely had paint all over his body because the grandfather was a very active man. And his grandfather got married in 1934. His wife sadly passed away in 2019, and at a long age too. She died at age 99. Isn't that long? You can see that some people did not stay up to this age, and some are still living even above the 99. But she even went at an old age as well. He spent most of his life as a herdsman, that's his grandfather, and owned numerous cattle, goats, and honeybees. And things like this usually make people to be very active. Your system, your blood flow is going on well because you are exercising the muscles. You're putting the muscles into a lot of work and not sitting down on a particular not sitting down at a particular spot for a very long time. Also in 2014, Mr. Natabe celebrated his 120th birthday. In fact, the whole village celebrated him together. They all gathered as many as they could to celebrate him at that age of 120. The current record holder for the oldest person who ever lived was even a woman named Jenny Calmet, who died in 1997 and at the age of 122. So comparing her to Mr. Natabe, you can see that Mr. Natabe has lived longer, 127 years, which means he lived 5 years more added to that of Jenny, who died in 1997. Up until today, she has been the one holding the world record. So obviously it means that Mr. Natabe would be the person holding the record as the world oldest man to ever live. According to Guinness World Records, the oldest man to have ever lived was Kimura from Japan, who died at age 116. That's in 2013. You can see that there are some people in this life that their lifespan is very long. Even getting to 100, even that 99 is still long. 100 is long, but you can see 122, 116, and look now, 127 years old. Right now, the family of Natabe are still awaiting their response from Guinness World Records after they have validated their document to see that their father and grandfather turns out to be the world's oldest man to ever live. It's not easy living this long. It's a very big kudos to this man because it shows that he took good care of his health. He engaged in a lot of natural things. Being a headsman is a lot of exercise. Imagine him with all the cattle, and also he had his own farmland. All of this was just exercising his muscles. I'm sure this must have contributed to this man's long lifespan. And his grandson also emphasized on attitudes. He had patience, the man was generous, he was always joyful and tried to live at peace with people. It's such a pity that Mr. Natabe has passed away, even though it calls for celebration because living 127 years old, what is left again? He has spent a lot of time on the surface of the earth, which is a thing of happiness and joy because that is what a lot of parents would always want for them to live so long that it should be their own kids burying them. And that is the joy that Mr. Natabe's family are experiencing right now because they are the ones who will now bury their father and grandfather. Well, from all the indications, we'll watch and see if World Guinness records would qualify them to be that their own father and grandfather has emerged as the world's oldest man to live on earth. We can also see that Mr. Natabe lived a life that contributed to his long lifespan. May the soul of Mr. Natabe rest in peace, and may God console his entire family, friends, well wishers, and everyone that knew him. May God console them all. I'm sure a lot of people seeing this now will be happy not just for Mr. Natabe but also for his family. Some people will tell you that they don't want to live so long and wait till old age when they're so old and they can't do anything by themselves anymore, that they don't want to live like that. Meanwhile, some people would say they would want to still live long. Who wouldn't want to live long on the surface of the earth? At least to see your children, grandchildren. That's what a lot of parents are out there and praying for and wishing that would happen for them. Friends, please, if you have anything to say, you could put that down at the comment section. Friends, thank you for coming up today. Please do not forget to hit on the like button. Also subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. Thank you. God bless you all.